Hey guys, Leanne here from AvoidingBroke. Really hope you're well and thank you so much for joining me for this video. So in this video, what I want to cover is how I would go about preparing and answering one of those kind of tough interview questions that you tend to get when you're interviewing. So the question that I want to cover today is when you turn up to your interview, one of the first questions that they may ask you is, so tell me a bit about yourself. And this sounds like a really easy question and something that you may not have to prepare for because you're just talking about you and you know you. But actually, if you prepare and give them a really good answer, it can set you up really well right at the beginning of that interview. Okay, so when you're there and you get asked the question, tell me about yourself, the first thing that I would be thinking here is how can I tailor my response to the job that I'm going for? Now that sounds really simple, but when you're there on the spot and you haven't prepared, that can be really difficult to do. So my top tip then is to be prepared for this answer. Plan it in advance and do your research. Your answer should be job focused, job specifics. Really what you're looking to do is tell the interviewers exactly how your past experience and the skills that you have fit with that job. Okay, so let's look at number one. You have to then, number one here, you have to go and look at the job spec. You have to look at the job spec, look at the job role, and you need to pick out those competencies or those skills that are really crucial to the job that you're looking for, and they should be listed in there. And if they're not explicitly listed, then when you go through it, you should be able to pull them out. And here we're talking about things like whether there is any kind of technical specific skills that you need for the job, and also those things like teamwork, communication skills, report drafting skills, negotiating skills, influencing skills, any of those skills that you see listed there that are crucial, pull them out. Look on the job spec and pull those out. Okay, so then number two is to think about any challenges that you may face in the role. So you've gone through the job spec and you've seen the skills and the qualities that the job is looking for. So you go through and you think, okay, what are the challenges that I may be faced with in that role? So here I'm thinking about things like, say you're going for a job where there's lots of project management and trying to deliver big projects within timescales and budgets and things like that. Then there may be things where you're having to work under pressure, you're having to do lots of negotiating, you may be having to manage lots of different stakeholders. So those are some of the challenges that you may then encounter. So you need to list those as well. So you're going to have your two lists here. All of the skills and the competencies from the job spec, and then the challenges that you may face. The third thing you're going to do is, having one and two, bearing those in mind, you're going to go through your CV and pull out your skills and the examples from your CV that match those. Okay, so once you've done that, you've then got your three lists there. You've got your skills and your attributes from the job spec, you've got the challenges you may face, and then you've pulled out of your CV those specific examples that will help show how you can deal with those when you're in that role. And then what you want to do when you've done that is put it then all together. So you want to draft yourself 4 or 5 bullet points where you can talk confidently and concisely and clearly about your history, your employment history, but really focused on that job. So that's number 4 then. You've got your bullet points pulling it all together. So how would this then look when you're there in the interview? You've done all your prep work, you're really prepared to show them how you and the skills that you have really fit with that role that you're interviewing for. So for me, I'm an economist, so I may start by saying something like, I'm an economist with 13 years experience working within government and the private sector, and during that time I've developed skills in terms of quantitative analysis, market analysis, complex report writing, and presenting complex economic ideas to non-economists. Maybe something along the lines of that, whatever the job spec kind of is looking for. And then I would then go through more of a chronology. So I would say things like, well, when I was working at X, I developed my skills of Y by doing these particular jobs in these particular roles or working on this particular project. So then you can see there, you've got it planned. You have a nice, condensed, concise, very clear answer with a beginning. We give the overview, like when I said I'm an economist with 12 years experience doing this and that. And then you give your breakdown of your different roles that fit those skills that the job is looking for. And then at the end, you may then wrap it up with a sentence about where you are now and how you're looking forward to developing further within this role that you're interviewing for. So really hope you found that useful. If you do this before any interview, you will definitely be prepared to answer that question. Tell me a little bit about yourself or any similar question, and you will set yourself up so well for the rest of the interview. So good luck, guys. I hope you found that useful. If you like this kind of content and you're finding it useful, why not hit the subscribe button and hit the bell? Then you'll know when we release another video. Also, please do share this video with anyone you think who may find it useful. You can also find us across the social media platforms at AvoidingBroke. And like I said at the beginning, guys, good luck on your job hunting, your recruitment journeys. I really do wish you the best of luck.